think diversity and inclusion can play in product development or personalization, etc. Would love to hear your perspective on that.
Yeah, this is a very big area of passion for me. It's something I've put a tremendous amount of time and energy into promoting and thinking about. And I think diversity and inclusion in products should come into every decision. You mentioned product development. So making sure that those that are developing a product incorporate the bespoke needs of all kinds of diverse demographics. And this can be something like accessibility. It can be something like, is the imagery going to be offensive, or is it going to resonate with a particular demographic? It can be language. It can be any types of things that are going to make sure that within the product itself, it incorporates needs or norms of any number of demographics that see it and it resonates for them. So it can also be incorporated into distribution. So, how does a product get into different diverse markets? You think about go to market and a product go to market strategy. So, diversity and inclusion can be worked into, like I said, imagery, language, the stories that are told, goals and dreams of all users. So, coming from a wealth tech space that I came in, we talked a lot about emergency savings in the U.S. and we talked about saving for a goal like college. When we were talking to customers in India, we actually talked about saving for a wedding and kind of these very, very large expenses that families face. And so you have to bring in storytelling that resonates for different demographics and they can see themselves in the financial product you're trying to sell. So it's actually not a secret with respect to how to drive more diversity and inclusion in your business. I think the best ways to do it are to have diverse leaders, including at the board level of the company. You also have to have diverse builders, diverse marketers, diverse users being tested for all of your product groups. And it's not enough to have champions and employee resource groups and then say that an enterprise has a diversity and inclusion strategy. I think this has been tested and proven very well in the US. I think that product expansion through diverse audiences is now proven to be good for business. It is actually profitable and revenue driving to expand your product suite into diverse communities. That was a huge argument, even in my career history, that we fought very hard with leaders in all across the financial industry to express that it's good for business. Incorporating diversity and inclusion into your decisions is good for business. And it's finally sinking in, it's finally resonating. And now we're starting to see that the market is holding companies accountable. So, this is where you see kind of the rise of ESG and the rise of different investors and even buyers that are spending money are really looking at the companies that they're building relationships with and seeing how are those companies holding themselves accountable, maybe to statements they've made or maybe to what the individual consumers or users of their products, whether it's an individual or an enterprise, believes should be the approach that they take to diversity.